We are a support unit for the campus. We have graphics, we have printing, duplicating, convenience copiers, central stores, mail services, and central receiving. We're located in the Business Services Building.
What we have on this end of the print shop is the graphics department, estimating, billing, and we have a color copier down here. So let's say a client comes to me and they have XYZ job, and so what we would do is we would kind of discuss the parameters of the job, the financial end of it, quantity, time frame, and then I would probably get a designer to join us, and then we could talk about the larger conceptuals, and then from there we'd probably prepare some kind of a mock-up. And at the same time that's being done, I may have already prepared an estimate, so that they have a couple different options of ways to go in terms of both time and money. Now more and more we co-join, we work with everybody in web design, so that we can have 5 or 6 different ways that we try to publicize a piece rather than just through paper. I'd like to introduce you to the last member of our staff. It's Konica Minolta 6500. It's a high-speed color copier, and it's a really wonderful addition to our shop in that we can produce print quality materials at very, very reasonable costs. I think we can beat out Kinko's and Office Max and Staples, those sort of places. And generally we can do it within a day or 24 hours.
Patty Sullivan.
And you are?
Graphic designer.
Tell me, in short, your day-to-day probably changes every day.
It sure does.
But in short, kind of what you do.
Well, recently some projects I've worked on are the catalog. So I set up all the pages for the different programs in the catalog. The view book, which is a recruitment tool, of course, you know, which we take out to prospective students who might be wanting to come and attend the university. So
How long did it take to do this?
The view book we work on for a couple of months over the summer. Michelle Green works on copy with the various colleges, what they want to showcase about their college and about what they have to offer. And then we have a couple of photographers on campus who go around and gather up really excellent photos that show kind of what we're all about. And then we put it together. Lately, in the past few years, I've started producing the Illinois Issues magazine, and that has been just a really wonderful experience for me. I've learned a lot about the process of putting together a magazine, a monthly magazine, about Illinois. It's been a real education for me, and a lot of fun too.
For the most part, I take great pride in my work. We don't always have total creative control, and a lot of times things are done by committee, but for the most part I do what I think looks good and what I think is going to represent this university, and then from there collaborate with Michelle or, you know, admissions, Catherine and Lori and Tim Barnett to get the wording and the layout and the colors and the quality of photos and everything to look as good as possible. My 2 favorite pieces are the Alumni magazine. I'm very proud of that because I am the only designer that has worked on that with Chuck Shardy since its inception, to go from a newsletter, a 1-color newsletter, to a full-color magazine. So I'm very proud of how far along that's come. The writers that I've worked with have been wonderful. And then the other thing that I'm the most proud of is the theater program. I have done all of the art for them since the program's inception as well. So every poster, banner, everything is original artwork that myself and the Thibodeau Thompsons come up with together. So they're pretty proud of it, and they're really happy with everything, and that's very gratifying as far as what I do.
Nathan's already got a smile on his face, which is good. Nathan, who are you? What's your name?
Nathan Bennett.
What do you do?
I work here in Campus Services as a graphic designer.
And that means what?
That means I meet with clients and I prepare marketing pieces for the university to meet all the needs of the university for different programs, different events and organizations and stuff like that. So a client will come to me with a question and we'll deliver a product in the end. Right now with this project I'm actually trying to put it in the new look, which is our new marketing scheme, which is using the color cinnamon and the blue bar, and putting the client's content in here, which is this particular piece is a 40th anniversary showcase poster that's going to be for the music department.
Really, I'm responsible for the DPX, shooting all the plates for that we use on a daily basis.
How long have you been here?
Been going on 8 years now.
8 years.
Been in the industry 32 years. A lot of things have changed. About 7 months ago, I've taken on this mission alone, thinking, I spent 30 years in printing. It's time I give back to it. Let's make it a safer environment. Which a lot of research, and actually, I fell upon somebody on the internet out of Coldwater, Ohio, who makes the inks, the chemistries for the presses out of all raw materials. Where before they're very high in VOCs, that's your organic chemical compounds that are really dangerous once the vapors reach the air for humans and the environment. So we pretty much are running much lower VOCs and none at all now.
I'm responsible for running the 4-color press, producing all the 4-color jobs for the shop, amongst other things, prepping the press, cutting paper down, for the run, inking, cleaning. This is the 4-color press itself. It's a 3-color plus black. And if you get up on a higher view here, you can see the different colors being got black in this head, cyan, magenta, and yellow. And these 3 colors plus black make up the 4-color finished piece, or that make up the finished color. And each color goes down from each head. The way we got it set up, it goes down black first for tack reasons. Black, cyan, magenta, and yellow. And this is where you get your final product of all colors combined.
My name is Sue Gibbons.
Sue Gibbons. And what do you do? What's your title? What do you do?
My title is Practice Technician Assistant, and I do all the bindery work. That means running the folder. I'm running a program for class acts for the students coming in to see a program at the auditorium. And it's folded in 3 folds. And then I box it up and it's delivered to wherever on campus that it needs to go. This will go to the auditorium.
How long have you been back here, Sue?
21 years.
21 years. So you've seen a lot of probably changes as well.
I have seen a lot of changes. I've been in the printing industry since 1968. We put pride into our product because we know it's putting the best foot forward for the university. Whereas when they go out in a commercial shop, it's just another job to them.
What is your title here?
Copy center operator.
And in a nutshell, tell me, somebody comes up like me, in a nutshell, that means?
Well, that means that if you need copies of test made, if you need syllabi, if you need handouts, if you need slideshows, if you need booklets, if you need something done on a legal side or a size or 11 by 17, if you need it folded, if you need it bound, if you need it yesterday, we can probably come through for you on that one too. We produced all of the admissions catalogs. It ended up being an enormous number of images and paper, and that's just one of the things that we can do here. This machine is less than a year old and is approaching almost 2 million images. So we don't leave it sitting around here for very long. It's a pretty remarkable machine. We can take documents that have a combination of text and sequential numbers and merge those two together. We can take United States Postal Service information, including barcodes and endorsements and names and addresses and zip codes, and merge those directly to documents. This machine doesn't print in color, but it does run pre-printed color documents through it so that we can merge that mail information.
I'm a mail services supervisor. We handle the university's mail. We don't handle or deal with the students' mail, but the departments and whatnot on campus. We get mail in the morning, we sort it, then it's delivered to the different departments on campus. We have several mail runs during the day. We pick up some of the mail from each of the departments on our mail run, and they have their chargeback sheets here that we use to meter the mail and send it out. Scan it with their department's information on it, and then according to the class we set it up to meter. This is international going to England. I've worked at the university going on 23 years now, and in the mail services for going on 10 or 11 years now.
I deliver, well, first I check in all the equipment, all the freight, anything that comes on campus services, anything through central stores that we get through Office Max. I do all the check-ins, I sort it all out. I have a system, I log everything down, and then I'll make a couple trips throughout the day, load my van, and get it delivered. There's a lot of freight that comes in on big trucks, so I'll have to use a forklift, and in that scenario, of course, it won't fit on the van, so I drive my little chariot around campus and deliver and everything. At 2:30, I go pick up graphics from the graphics department, make sure we get all the proofs distributed for the day. I'll periodically through the day pick up duplicating from Jeff and get it all delivered throughout the day. I try to make sure things come in that day, I want to deliver the same day. I've been on campus for about 4 years. I've been in this department for close to a year. It'll be a year in December.
And you like it?
I love it. Absolutely love it. We all joke and kid. We all get along great down here.
We've been together for a long time. Most of my staff has been here over 10 years. So we're more like a family than we are just a conglomeration of people thrown together to work together. So we definitely are close and have a tight team.